My diving into the Glenallachie range continues. Having reviewed the 12-year, it's now time to try the older and marginally more mature, the 15-year single malt. Let's see what Billy Walker has blended up for us this time, shall we? This is Whiskey Whiskey, I'm John Chidgey. Always remember to drink responsibly, in moderation, and where and when appropriate. Feel free to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and visit engineer.network/whiskey without the E to learn how you can support the show. Thank you. Now, I talked a little bit about the history of the distillery last time, but I thought I should just quickly touch on some of the stats this time. Now, for example, the Glenallachie distillery can produce about 4 million litres of spirit every year, and they're well known for fermenting their mash for 160 hours. That's about 3 times the whiskey industry average duration. They're also very intent on releasing all of their whiskies at or above 46% ABV, meaning that they don't need to chill filter, and they also don't add colouring to their whiskies as a matter of principle. Their distillery uses a semi-Lauter mash tun, which is a system where the knives rotate around in the mash tun via a central spindle, and each set of blades move around the malt much more than a standard rake, which has the effect of accelerating the mashing process. Anyway, they have 6 stainless steel washbacks, 2 lantern-shaped wash stills, and 2 onion-shaped spirit stills. Another interesting feature is that the distillery was architected to be gravity-fed wherever possible, and this meant that they could install horizontal condensers, making it easy to control the still temperatures. In terms of storage, they have 16 warehouses on the distillery site, and they have an estimated 50,000 casks in storage. It's rumoured that some are from just after when the distillery first opened. Alright, enough about that. So this is another one of those samples I got from my friends at Horny Pony. Again, curious name, but irrespective. You can get a full-size bottle of this, that's the 700ml version, from Sense of Taste for $170 Australian. It has an ABV of 46%, it's not chill filtered, and it isn't coloured, like I said before, and all of the Glenallachies. And it's part of Glenallachie's core collection of whiskies. It was released alongside the 12-year offering that I reviewed last time, and it's matured in a combination of ex-PX puncheons and ex-Oloroso sherry butts, with a small number of virgin oak added in for good measure. Glenallachie say on their website that the 15-year has layers of cinnamon, orange zest, vanilla toffee, and dark chocolate, which, funnily enough, doesn't feature in their actual tasting notes, which instead say the colour is a mahogany hue. Here we go with hues again. On the nose, dark cherries, golden syrup, and sweet spices to the fore, with hints of toffee, glazed figs, and hazelnuts. Okay. On the palate, our Heather Honey Hallmark. I didn't realise that they had a Heather Honey Hallmark, but apparently they say they do, alongside orange peel, cocoa, and ginger, with caramelised brown sugar on the finish. Now they say that on the finish under the palate, and then don't mention a finish. So I guess that is the finish, but technically there's no specific statement about their finish, just like the 12-year. Whatever. Alright. Highly recommended this one. I am very curious what this tastes like. Wow, look at that colour. That is definitely a dark copper or even a light mahogany. I actually would agree with that. As with anyone that says that their whiskey has a hue to it, it doesn't glow, so come on. Anyhow, it looks a little bit like a Glendronach, if I'm honest. And those legs, lots of little legs. There's a couple that have broken away, but most of them are running super, super slow. That is a good sign. Some of these even struggle to form droplets. I am so itching to smell this. Let's see what we get. That's one of those noses that you feel like you can, when you breathe that, you feel like you're going to lift off your chair. Oh, crikey, that smells incredibly nice. I mean, it's a little bit like, they say cherries, but I actually reckon that smells a little bit like, like a cherry ripe, so like a dark chocolate and a cherry. It literally does smell like a cherry ripe. A little bit of golden syrup just for good measure. Bit of toffee. They don't mention the vanilla, but I'm picking up vanilla, which I would expect, but I'm not getting hazelnuts or anything else. Alright, that is beautiful to smell. It's almost up there with one I could just smell and not drink. He says before he drinks it. So let's have a shot. Oh, good God. That's bloody good. Oh, dear. All right. I think I found another one with a gorgeous mouthfeel. I would describe that as almost like a fudgy toffee kind of a mouthfeel to it. Oh, goodness me. It's creamy, it's buttery, it's just oh, wow. It smells, that. I gotta take a breath and focus. Okay, so the mouthfeel on this is just beautiful. It's just got that lovely creamy coating. It's just like, it reminds me a lot of a Glendronach. Like a 15 or maybe an 18 year, the Allardyce. It actually is only a 15 year. I'd say it's probably, I should do a comparison on that at some point. Note to self for future. But it's just beautiful. Beautiful mouthfeel. It's got a nice long finish on it. I'm definitely getting a bit of that brown sugar on the finish. Well, what is it? Was it a brown sugar? I guess it is. It's kind of a slight burnt taste to it. Almost like a burnt toffee on the finish. I gotta say, I'm surprised. I expected the finish to hang around a bit longer. It's probably about a moderate length. Like, I've still got some heat on the finish, but that flavor's really dropped off it's gone off a cliff there. Geez, that's nice. It's got a slight nuttiness to it. I don't know if I'd say hazelnut, maybe almonds, but it's like a toasted almond, not raw. Oh man, that sherry, there's lovely sherry in that. So you got your hallmark sherry notes. There's a little bit of orange in that. Orange peel, I would say, yeah, a little bit of zest to it. Yeah, a little bit of a dark chocolatiness to it, dark chocolatiness to it. And it's just that little bit fudgy, you know. It's just soft and chewy and yummy. This is crazy good, actually. I've got to say, this is a very, very nice drink. Why do all the nice ones have to cost so much? There's probably a connection there. Anyhow, all right. Well, oh dear, I'm gonna have to give this a rating. All right, so for cost, clearly it's a 3. This is stretching the budget a bit. It is, it's getting up there. It's not ridiculously over the top, but then again, it's not really affordable. So it's on the way up to the oh dear cost spectrum, that's for sure. But in terms of the quality, I mean, to me, this is clearly a 4. It's got to be a 4. I mean, honestly, it's making me not just smile, I'm giggling when I'm having this. This is just delightful. It's the sort of drink that you can chew on, you can enjoy. The only thing that I wish it had a longer finish on it, you could chew on it a little bit longer. But it's a 15 year. And I don't know, I mean, honestly, for a 15 year, this thing really represents. I mean, seriously, I'd be turning to to like an 18-year-old of thought to have the sorts of mouthfeel that this thing's got. But I am very impressed. Like, this had great reviews. I had reasonable expectations. I try to go in with an open mind as much as I can and try not to be sucked in by the hype. But I tell you what, this lives up to some of the hype, eh? This is a beautiful dram. So the killer, though, is the price, right? Even at a 4, that makes it a yellow overall. And having a few bottles in this category, you know, is probably not a bad idea. But honestly, damn, this is nice. This is quite nice. Ah, dear me, Billy Walker. Quite the blender, I have to say. Anyhow, enough about that. I think we'll leave it there. Cheers. See you next time. Oh, so damn good. Oh, wow. I like a lot.